All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick's Strength and Power. So I wanted to make a video about the 1983 Mr. Olympia competition and the controversy that ensued at that year's competition. So the 1980s, especially the early 1980s, were a very controversial period for the Mr. Olympia. You had the 1980 Mr. Olympia where Arnold Schwarzenegger won after making his comeback after a very long hiatus from the sport. You had the 1981 Mr. Olympia where Franco Columbu won the show with his best friend Arnold Schwarzenegger being the promoter of the show, and arguably Franco had very bad gyno on stage and his legs were far inferior compared to Tom Platt's and even Danny Padilla, but Franco won that year's Olympia as well. Then in 1982 you had Chris Dickerson. Now, many people believe that Chris Dickerson is the most unimpressive Mr. Olympia of all time. So those first couple of years of the 80s were pretty controversial, and that was no different in 1983. So the placings in 1983, this was the year that Samir Bannout won the Olympia. This was his first and only Olympia victory. So Samir got first, Muhammad Macaulay got second, Lee Haney got third. So this was actually the only Olympia that Lee Haney competed in and did not win. Frank Zane got fourth, and Bertil Fox got fifth. So Bertil Fox is the person that I want to talk about in this video. So for those of you who don't know, Bertil Fox is actually a bodybuilder who is pretty notorious for having murdered his girlfriend slash fiance, I guess, at the time, and also her mother. So he actually was convicted of murder. So that's one of the things he's well known for. But aside from that, and during his bodybuilding career, he was known for really having some of the best arms in bodybuilding, and he had a really, really good physique, especially in 1983. So 1983 was a very good year for Bertil Fox. And one of the most famous pictures of this Olympia is Bertil Fox next to Lee Haney hitting a side chest, where Bertil, he just looks like he's destroying Lee Haney in that side chest pose. I mean, every body part in that side chest pose, the traps, the shoulders, the pecs, especially the arms, the biceps and triceps, the forearms, everything in that pose on Bertil Fox just looks way better to me than it looks on Lee Haney. So many people think of the 1983 Olympia as the year that Bertil Fox got robbed with that fifth place placing. Now, I could have seen Bertil Fox placing much higher. So again, you had guys, Frank Zane, he beat Bertil Fox, Lee Haney placed ahead of Bertil Fox, and Muhammad Macaulay placed ahead of Bertil Fox. And I think Bertil Fox, you could have made a case for him beating most of these guys. And not only did Bertil Fox have the size and the roundness and the fullness, but that year at the Olympia, man, his conditioning was crazy. I mean, this guy was shredded at that year's Olympia. And a lot of people actually refer to him as an uncrowned Mr. Olympia. Now, I don't know if I would have made a case for him beating Samir Bannout, because the pictures of him next to Samir Bannout, I actually prefer Samir's physique at that Olympia. But placing fifth, I definitely think was a robbery. Now, Muhammad Macaulay, who placed second, I've made a video about him as well in the past. I think even him, there's some shots of him next to Bertil Fox hitting that side chest, and I think Bertil Fox looks infinitely better in that pose as well. Now, obviously, because this show was so long ago, there's not enough photos that I could give you guys a complete comparison from every single angle of Bertil Fox versus all these guys. But the photos that are out there, I think Bertil Fox, I mean, there's no question that he looks better than most of these guys that placed ahead of him. So in my opinion, I think he definitely did get screwed that year. And I really think he could have placed much, much higher. And that placing, just to me, fifth place seemed ridiculous. Just looking at how he looked, that's one of the best physiques that I think Bertil Fox ever brought to an Olympia stage. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think Bertil Fox was screwed in 1983? Do you think he should have placed much higher than fifth? Because personally, I think so. So let me know what you guys think. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.